Hey, good morning, y'all. This is Alan Buchanan, and welcome to another edition of Thursday Thoughts for Commercial Real Estate. Thank you all for joining me live today. Hey, before I get rolling here, I just want to reach out to those affected by Hurricane Harvey. I grew up in that area, a little bit north and east of there, but still have family and certainly friends and in that part of the world, and I just can't even imagine what y'all are going through, and our thoughts and prayers are with you. I know Houstonians will come back strong, bigger and better than ever. Y'all are resilient folks, so God bless you all, and I hope that God grants you some relief very, very soon. Hey, today I want to talk to you about some things you ought to consider, and welcome to live video, huh? The phone goes off. Hey, I want to talk to you today about some things you should consider before you venture off and buy an industrial property. And this has come from years of counseling folks who are considering buying, considering leasing, and the various and sundry issues that they think about and the various and sundry issues that we discuss. The very first thing that I would do if you're considering buying an industrial building is look yourself in the mirror and ask why. Because buying industrial buildings causes a difference in the way in which you manage your operation. If you go from a leased industrial building to an owned industrial building, granted there's some significant benefits. You're your own landlord. You stabilize that rent supply for a period of time. Especially if you're able to take advantage of some great fixed rate financing for a long period of time. But it also requires a pretty hefty down payment. Even though most folks finance industrial buildings with SBA financing, which requires a 10% down payment, that's still 10% of your purchase price that you could be using to do other things, to hire employees, to buy new machinery, to fund expansion in other manners, which might actually provide you a greater return than that fixed asset of industrial real estate is going to provide you. The next thing that I would suggest that you do is look at your 5-year growth horizon. Do you see yourself being able to occupy that building for the next 5 years, or do you see yourself outgrowing it? If you see yourself outgrowing it, you might be better served leasing, even though you could buy things at a depressed value, because in 5 years, you're going to own a building that you don't have use for anymore. And that may mean you have to sell it. That may mean you have to lease it. And you don't want to put yourself in that position if you can avoid it. So look at that growth horizon. And then the last thing I would suggest is take a look at the cycle and where we are in that cycle. Now in Southern California specifically, we are at the very top in my opinion. Our values have eclipsed those of 2007 levels. I've never seen them this high, and I've been doing this since Reagan was president. So take a look at where you are in the cycle. If you believe you're at the top, ask yourself, is now the best time to buy a building, or am I better served leasing the building and having these prices settle down for a period of time? So those three things: ask yourself why, take a look at where you are in the cycle, and really give some thought to how that growth is going to look over the next 5 years. If I could ever assist you, please give me a call or shoot me an email. Alan Buchanan, Thursday Thoughts for Commercial Real Estate. Make it a great week, y'all.